All right, progressive era, 1900 to 1920. Now, when you enter the progressive era, write down anything you remember on your board for progressive era, okay? Progressive era. Remember the word progress means change in a forward movement, right? Progress. So write down anything you remember from progressive era. A new president. Interesting. Would you be specific for me about what new president? I wonder which president you're talking about. I wonder what president you're talking about.
So was there a new president?
There were several new presidents from 1900 to 1920. You got to figure out which one you're telling me about, though. That's what I'm trying to ask you. Okay. Well, you got to remember, presidents run 4 years, right? Well, 8 max, yeah. At the time, there still wasn't a term limit, though, right? Yeah. After Roosevelt, the second Roosevelt, we got a term limit. Right?
And when was that?
That was in 1944, I'm sorry, 1944. Before Roosevelt, it was Herbert Hoover. Okay, write down anything. Yes.
Well, when he's like, when he gets tired.
Okay.
What? What?
What's the point? Everyone is the 8 years. Yeah.
What do you mean, Natalie? What's the point?
Like they study so much for just 8 years and that's it.
But I think Obama, he was like he was something in the government. He was like
Obama was the governor of Illinois. Now, Natalie, it's kind of interesting that you think that you have to study to be president, because you don't. There's no career path that you can follow and say, this is going to take me to the presidency.
yeah, how did he get there?
A lot of presidents in history are either politicians or they're lawyers, right? I think we've had military generals before too, and I think we've had a doctor, if I'm not mistaken, like a medical doctor. Well, Natalie, I mean, think about it this way. In the last maybe 15, 20 years is the only time when you've seen a lot of people that haven't gone to college but still are millionaires, right? But in the past, everybody had to go to college to be a millionaire. What's up? What were you going to say?
Why is the dude that runs all the school? El que viene en la mañana.
The superintendent?
Why is doctor?
How about you?
Because he went to school beyond the master's degree and he got a doctorate in education. So they call you doctorate. They call you doctor, not doctorate. All right, show me what you know about the progressive era. I'm sorry, I was going to say World War I again. Show me what you know on your board, please. Show me your boards. Blank, huh? Social movement, good. Economic, social movement. Jose, what does that say? Economic problems.
What does that say?
That says new president. What does that say? Healthcare? Blank, not available. Promoted healthcare, Coolidge administration, Hoover administration, free education, attempt to end poverty. Progress. Okay. So we're going to take some elements of what you had here. Cleaning up corrupt cities. Very good. Cleaning up corrupt cities. All right. Let's use that theme here that we're seeing. I'm seeing a lot of you saying social movements. So let's write that down, Angel. Social movements. And what Angel's writing down here, guys, I'm going to kind of break it down so that you see details, okay? This is just a theme. I'm going to break down the theme here, okay? So right below where you put social movement, Angel, make like a bullet point for me and write down what everybody else is saying here. I'm going to put corrupt cities, okay?
Corrupt cops.
Corrupt is another art.
Corrupt cities. We also had a lot of political scandal.
Which was the bribing and all of that?
There you go, bribing. So when we say political scandal, we mean, for example, what Monique said, bribing, right? And in social movements, you get people like women, for example, that are starting to fight for their rights, okay? So women's suffrage, for example, okay? We were also trying to end a certain practice that put children in a lot of risk. What was the practice that was going on back then?
Wasn't it the working?
Child labor, right? child labor. We were trying to end child labor, right?
But now children are trying to work.
Ironic, huh?
That's why.
Ironic.
Like, I want to work now, like not.
I don't.
But you got to remember what kind of work was going on back then. What kind of work would children do?
Like
Work with different machines.
farmers.
Like type of machines like to cut off your arm.
So it's industrial work, right? Industrial work. Now,
Industrial work.
industrial work in parentheses. Now, we also had something here that Anthony mentioned here, which was I just forgot. Anthony, show me your board, please, again. There, healthcare. There was this promotion for cleaning up, not just corruption, but cleaning up also health, right? Health. So healthcare is a big progressive movement here. Okay.
THC.
We had a big push from a president during this time that his name was Teddy Roosevelt during the progressive era. So put Teddy Roosevelt on there, Angel.
You know that you can spell healthcare without.
What?
Yes, you're right. You can't spell healthcare without THC. But then you,
But what is it? THC?
isn't it the chemical compound found in marijuana?
Don't you spell? I do, but I forgot.
You forgot to smoke, or you forgot what THC means?
Oh, I forgot
Okay,
what
all right.
THC means.
Never mind. All right. Now, Teddy Roosevelt, ladies, gentlemen, Teddy Roosevelt was a progressive president, and he had a plan before the other Roosevelt called the Square Deal. Okay? Square Deal. Okay? And right after Roosevelt came another president. His name was Wilson, Woodrow Wilson, the same guy from World War I, right? Same guy. But the reason I'm telling you about the progressive presidents is because they both fought corruption in big business, for example. They both fought for the rights of workers, and they both fought for the rights of women. Okay? Like Cesar Chavez. Natalie, it's not that I know a lot, it's just that this triggers my memory right away. Okay? It's cold?
It's my
Oh, now, if you see the progressive era from an economic point of view, Angel, do me a favor and make another title like the one you made where it says social movement, but make another one for economic movement now. Okay? Economic. Okay?
That's in the same category.
It's in the same category of progressive era. Okay? When you think about economic, think about this. Think about railroads. Okay? Railroads are getting really big at this time, and they're becoming really corrupt, right? And they're becoming monopolies too, right?
Steel was hard to make, and it was really.
So railroads for
So what we're going to put here for railroads is that we're going to put, we end corruption in railroads, okay? End corruption in railroads. Because you remember during the Gilded Age, railroads and oil and steel were getting really, really large. Well, by this point in the progressive era, we're starting to stop their growth. We're starting to stop their corruption, okay? Now, in the progressive era, we're also looking at problems in cities, for example, rising crime rates. So one of the things that we improve the economy with is that we give jobs to a lot of police officers, for example, right? So, Angel, on the second bullet there, put jobs for law enforcement. I'm not worried about a cult right now, Irene. I'm worried about helping you study for this big exam that's coming in 2.5 weeks. Okay. All right. And another thing for law enforcement that you should remember is that we, with these two progressive presidents, what we try to do is try to increase trade with other nations. Okay? Increased trade with other nations. All right? So, good. We went through progressive era, and we went through World War I. Did you say I look happy? I don't think this looks happy at all. Right? What? How is that an oh? Come on. I'm glad this is capturing this. 'Cause, yes, this feeling I have right now, yeah, every day. I'm just kidding.